guys, and welcome to the Anime Podcast. I'm your host, or co-host, Hotshot Ginger, and with me I have the actual host, the Canadian, the maple syrup level 49, I don't remember the code name we gave him, JaianMusic. How's it going, buddy?
Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new... I'm kidding. Hotshot did the intro. I'm so excited to be here. I'm doing very well, and is that what I sound like when I do the intro?
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh man, I mean, I'm only the guy who edits this thing.
So I usually have my volume at like 80 or so whenever we actually do the podcast. Whenever you say we're getting ready to start, I turn it down to like 20 so I don't go deaf.
Oh man, Hotshot. First of all, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry, happy, I don't know which one you celebrate, but Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you very much. This is a Christmas-themed episode of Anime Podcasters. You're either listening to this on Christmas Eve, if I was effectively editing, or Christmas Day, if I felt lazy. Though, we are here with Hotshot, and we have a topic that's going to be really exciting. Do you want to explain the topic, Hotshot? That was kind of like my idea that you kind of transformed into something way more exciting. What are we talking about today?
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you guys flat out, this topic makes absolutely no sense. It's not going to be a sensical podcast. It's just going to be one that raises a bunch of questions. So, Jaden and I were talking, and we thought, who in the anime universes do we think could do Santa Claus's job? So that's what we're going on. Which anime characters do we want to see as Santa, and how would they pull it off?
And in this situation, we would grant the character Santa's powers. Like they can fly the sleigh. They can do all the mumbo jumbo stuff. But just we're selecting random characters to do Santa's job. I don't know if they have the knowledge, but they'll have the ability to do so. So it's either gonna go really well or really bad. And we have 5 picks each. But before we get to the actual topic, I have 3 announcements to make. Hotshot, congratulations! Do you know why I'm so excited about this specific episode?
No.
Okay, so when we started doing Anime Podcasters, all the way up to to 2017, we did a total of 23 episodes, okay?
Okay.
This year alone, with this podcast, this is the 24th episode this year. We have done more podcasts this year than all of the other times Anime Podcasters has been around.
Well, yeah, because you actually have a co-host who knows what the hell he's doing.
Oh, shade. But you know what that's crazy. We've done as many episodes this year in 2018 and the entire time of Anime Podcast.
I mean, I feel proud about that.
That is so awesomely insane. So thank you so much, Hotshot.
Now here's my question. How many am I actually in?
I think you're probably in the vast majority of them. I think there's 2 max that you're not in, or 3 tops.
Please, someone do a confirmation of how many times I've made him scream about Black Star.
Oh, man. Yeah, include that take 2. As well, we have a new review for the podcast. And it's also from the same person as last time, which was Kakashi Dogs and Company. Basically, last time they said, this is my new favorite podcast, and I love Hotshot. Hotshot what kind of went in on me and said, ha, I have everything and you have nothing. So, Kakashi Dogs has a new review, and he says this. 2 things. Number 1, I didn't mean to offend you, Jaian. Sorry. First of all, I'll get it right off the bat. You did not offend me at all. No worries. We're totally cool. Hotshot is awesome, so I totally understand why you would say that. Number 2, I am trying to watch all the animes that you guys are talking about, but I wonder if you guys watch normal life animes like Your Lie in April. Again, I love you guys. We love you back very much. Thank you so much for the 5-star review. And that's so awesome that you're watching the animes that we talk about. That's so cool. I love that. I have not watched Your Lie in April, and if I haven't seen it, Hotshot, I don't think you've seen it, right?
Nah, I've heard of it, and Kyo and I have bounced around the idea of watching it, but we haven't settled down on watching it. But I have watched slice of life anime before, so this is no surprise to me.
Any thoughts, comments on what Kakashi Dogs and Company had to say?
Thank you, and please, in the next one, please just mean to insult Jaden. He just deserves all the insults he gets.
All right, moving on.
No, but sincerely, thank you for that comment. That actually does. Thank you.
No, seriously, that's so cool. I really appreciate it. Final little note here. the podcast is at 2,860 plays, and I want to hit 3,000 before January 1st. So please, if you have a moment, just go listen to some anime podcasters on Spotify, iTunes, wherever. No, actually Spotify or iTunes. That's going to count the most in the statistics. So go on Spotify, look up anime podcasters, and just stream us. We're so close to 3,000 plays. 3,000 plays! What's going on?
I mean, I really hope... I mean, you guys are going to have, like, long commutes, like, home from family visits after Christmas time and everything else like that. So just have us blasting in the car.
Yes! And that's everything. So, okay, Hotshot, you always say that I make you go first, so who would you like to go first? I'll give you the thought. Who's going to be the first to pick an anime character to replace Santa's job?
Well, I did your horrific intro, so why don't we do your first?
Okay, so my first pick, I want a villain to be the first pick here. I want this villain character turned into a hero to be the first pick. I am picking a character that loves a food that is very common during Christmas time, which is chocolate. I am picking Majin Buu.
Okay. I had a feeling you were going to go DBZ on my on first here.
Yeah. I'm picking Majin Buu as my first pick to be Santa Claus.
He's just going to eat all the candy, though. He's not going to give any away.
No. Here's the thing. Majin Buu knows how to get from Earth. He can fly. He kind of knows Earth already because, remember, he went around in Dragon Ball Z and destroyed all the little countries, okay? In the cities. But the thing is, if he's light and stuff, he can just blow up the city. So you'll know for sure he'll deliver the presents, or the people will just explode. So this will be 100% like everyone who's supposed to get presents will either get the presents or like no one's not getting presents on this one. You see what I mean?
Honestly, yeah, I kind of do. Especially if we do give him Santa's powers, and I'm assuming Santa has the power to freeze time because how the hell else?
Santa does not have the power to freeze time. He's just very, 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 very fast.
I beg to differ.
But so Majin Buu, I think Majin Buu also like he would just the one thing I kind of fear is the whole going down the chimney thing. I don't know how Majin Buu is gonna manage to do that. Can Majin Buu squeeze down a chimney?
Well, yeah, he can like squeeze and fold himself in like any shape, can he? He's basically a giant wad of bubblegum.
Yeah, basically. And I don't know. Majin Buu can also transform and shape himself differently with like visualization wise. So if a kid sees Majin Buu like in their house, they're gonna be like, "Who are you?" Blup. I'm Santa Claus. Okay, that makes sense. You know. So
I would just be afraid. I would just be afraid of like, say, in order to get down the chimney, he uses chocolate beam on himself and just drops down the chimney, and then some kid just eats him.
That would be the worst. Why would you? Why would? Okay, my first pick. Okay, like I legitimately put thought into this. Okay,
and
you're like, what if a kid eats my pick? My pick is not food. My pick is one of the greatest Dragon Ball Z villains of all times. Okay, that will get the job done regardless because fast and knows the world and chocolate are my reasons, and you think, oh, he'll transform himself into chocolate. Majin Buu's not gonna transform himself into chocolate. Okay.
I mean, we've seen it done in Billy and Mandy.
Stop it. You stop that right now.
I'm
but
done.
What are your thoughts?
I'm done.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Majin Buu?
I do really think that he could actually pull it off if we give him Santa's powers and with him being as fast as he is. But I kind of want to throw Boo's like personality into it. You give him the presents that Santa would usually get to drop off to the kids, right? He would just hoard them all, like mine.
That's actually kind of true now. I didn't think about that. But Majin Buu is taught lessons like how to like be caring and stuff. Maybe Hercule teaches him.
Oh God, Hercule is Rudolph. Hercule is Rudolph. If Hercule's with him, then yeah, he can totally do it.
Why would you? Number one martial artist is Rudolph.
Number one martial artist, my ass.
Okay. Number two, I'll give you that one. Maybe Videl's a bit better.
Videl could easily kick Hercule's ass.
All right, that's my pick. Your turn, Hotshot.
My turn, and this actually goes hand in hand with the slice of life anime I was talking about earlier that I watched. I'm picking Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I
do not know this one, so please go ahead.
That's actually very surprising. So Toru is she is a dragon from the dragon world who comes into the human world and ends up being a maid in some form or another. But with her powers, she turns into a dragon, she just carries off the sleigh, and she actually has the power to conceal her presence, so she has the power to turn invisible. And she is very, very quick. So she could easily turn herself invisible with the presence and just bounce from house to house to house to house to house to house to house. And it's just... Plus, I mean, okay, so this is kind of my mindset for picking characters in... Like, for having Santa's powers and being Santa. I pictured them with Santa outfits already. So I actually did picture Majin Buu with a Santa outfit, and I am picturing Toru in like a maid style Santa outfit, and it's beyond adorable. In my head, unfortunately, I lack the artistic ability to show you this.
GoPro,
we have a job.
We need a thumbnail.
Make it a Christmas present, please. Anyway, but with Toru's powers, she could easily, I feel like, become Santa. And if Miss Kobayashi tells her to do it, she is a very loyal maid, so she will do anything to win Miss Kobayashi's favor.
Okay, right on. You know what? This one sounds like it actually would work out. Which is, I'm surprised that our first two picks are actually individuals who could make
who could actually do it with like very little help from Santa powers.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what would be the biggest downside to Toru being Santa? Like having to do Santa's job? Is it, I guess, lack of experience is the only thing?
Probably lack of experience, yeah. But when she starts doing her maid stuff, like even when it's a get-go thing, it's just beyond crazy how quickly she can pick everything up. I guess the only difference would be like how cultural differences from Dragon World to Human World would be the problem. Like what she sees as an acceptable gift as opposed to like what humans would see as an acceptable gift. Like that would that would honestly be like the biggest challenge. I feel it'd be like Nightmare Before Christmas, like Halloween Town giving Christmas presents. Like stuff that they would want for presents isn't what we would want for presents. Like that kind of spiel.
Right. I just think that this character has a lot going for them, and just the one thing that like it's really the lack of experience that's making me just and the cultural difference is a good point as well. Is the only two cracks in the armor, but I think this is like pretty much foolproof.
Yeah, With Toru, I feel like she actually could do this. Plus, she has the power to conceal herself, so she can freely like move around, and she has other powers that unfortunately aren't coming to mind right now. She can go really fast. She has the power to conceal herself. She turns into a dragon at super speed, so she can. I feel like she actually can do this.
I mean, I dare I say it's a better pick than mine?
Dare you say it's a better pick than yours, because you're right.
My turn. All right. So,
wait. I have one last thing to say about Toru. So, like I said, she is a dragon, but with the power to shapeshift. So, when she lands on a house as a dragon, she can shapeshift into her human form, and that's how she can actually get down the chimneys.
Oh, okay. That's actually really smart.
Yeah, that's all I got. All right, go.
Yeah, all right. So, I am picking a character from an anime that Hotshot. You know this anime.
Do I know it well?
You've watched you watched it a little bit of it. It's not your favorite. It's actually you don't like it at all. I'm picking. You know what? I think a character that's good to do this job is a character that needs interests in human. Right? Someone who has a genuine interest, and like if you're gonna go to every single house on planet Earth, you need to like be interested in humans. Is that a fair point?
And I'm afraid. Okay, who are you going for here?
Who better to do this than a character that can also fly and interested in humans? I'm picking Ryuk for Death Note. Oh, come on! You know it's a good pick. No, come on! Like, actually think about it.
I am. Ryu, honestly, like, okay, you're right. I don't like Death Note. I just can't get into it. Ryu is my actual favorite character from that show, though. He is like one of the only aspects I actually like.
So this god of death, Ryuk, is essentially the character.
Wait, I take that back. Second, he's my second favorite character. Sorry.
I know, yeah, L, yeah, whatever.
Wow, I see where I stand. Fine, go ahead. Talk about your god of death, Santa Claus.
I can't. Oh, you're okay. So Ryuk, now I feel bad, and like I can just picture you being like, "You're such."
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm thinking right now.
Okay. So Ryuk is this god of death that drops the death note into the human world and is interested in seeing what would happen if someone picked it up. And I think Ryuk would do a good job as Santa Claus in the sense that his interest as humans is the biggest point I have here. Like, he can go in every single house and see what's going on. Now, it's true that, you're going to be spending milliseconds in each of these houses, but just being in there and just seeing what's going on. Also, if the humans leave apples as snacks for Santa Claus, Ryuk is going to have the time of his life because Ryuk absolutely loves apples. So, and also if Ryuk just doesn't enjoy what's going on, you just write the name of the death note, like little Charlie gets his skateboard and dies of a heart attack. That would not be the cleanest Christmas gift, but Christmas is different, right?
I mean, it would fit the style of Ryuk. Like, I know each god of death has like their own death note, like one death note to drop or take or anything else. Imagine if that was the only gift Ryuk was giving, though. Just copies and copies of death notes.
Why? Okay, why? Why in the actual world would you even think of that? If everyone has a death note, that would be the worst possible Christmas ever. Like, there is no better Christmas than that. Like, if Majin Blue blows up the planet by mistake, that's a better Christmas. Do you know why? Because it's a quicker death. You just want people to just kill each other and be like, oh, I don't like my neighbor. Write the name down. Everyone's got death notes. Everyone's going to catch on that everyone has death notes, and it's going to be the worst thing ever.
Who's Kira in that case?
They're all Kira. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea at all, okay? Nonsensical. This podcast is nonsensical, I tell you.
I said going in, this podcast makes absolutely no sense. So I am in the clear on this one.
Please give any sense to my pick, though.
With Ryuk actually having the ability to fly and, again, conceal his presence except for those he chooses to, and with him actually flying around with interests of humans and seeing what different situations would do with them, it is a good pick for him to be Santa, but it makes me nervous about what he would actually leave to see, just because he wants to see what would happen.
Right. I agree with that. And the thing is, if we give him Santa's abilities, there's essentially nothing that could go wrong. I don't know. I could take that back.
Yeah.
9 times out of 8 times out of maybe half of the time it would work.
I feel like every other house, he'd be totally innocent, okay, skateboard, knitting kit, da-da-da, and then another house, he'd just leave one present, which is a knife. And it's just let's see what happens.
Oh, man, Hotshot. That's you know what? That's all I got on the Ryuk. That's all I got on Ryuk.
It's probably all Ryuk. That's probably all Ryuk needs. Why am I making all your guys naughty lists and mine are nice?
No, you've only had one so far.
Yeah, but my next one is the nicest of nice characters I've seen in a long time.
Oh, okay, so you're picking Aang. Okay, cool.
Oh God, no! What's wrong with you?
Airbender would be awesome.
Airbender would be awesome, but the problem is it's not an anime.
Okay, we went over this multiple times. There's literally an episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender on this channel.
That is not an anime.
I think it's considered to be an anime.
There is a Stan Lee podcast on this channel as well, and that's not an anime.
Okay, just because there's Rick and Morty covers everywhere too, okay? Go ahead with your next pick.
Rick and Morty is your best anime.
Next.
All right. All right. My number 2 pick is actually a good guy, and I actually can see him pulling off Christmas just because of how pure and innocent his heart is, and because of how strong his drive is. And that is Izuku Midoriya from Hero Academia.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to pick mine. Oh, man. That's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
Especially, okay, so I'm going to cheese it a little bit. I want to see Midoriya as Santa himself, but I want the rest of Class 1A as his elves.
The only one who could do an actual good job is the guy with the motor legs.
No, that's not true. Momo. Momo can make the presents as she's there.
Sure, Momo could make the presents, I guess. But as a reindeer, though.
And you were talking about Ida. And
Ida would be the best for the reindeer, honestly.
And Uraraka could help them fly.
Yeah, with zero gravity.
Yeah, again.
But then they would just float forever. They would just go up. Guys, seriously, guys. It would be no.
Yeah, but can you see the entirety of Class 1A helping just to bring Christmas, except for Bakugo? Because him. And
I could see the entirety of Class 1A failing to do so, guys.
come on, I can totally see, like, okay, at least Ida, Uraraka, and Midoriya. At least those three.
Yes. Uraraka, not as much, but Ida, yes. Like, Ida could actually get this done.
Yeah, again, just, like, have Uraraka zero gravity and have Ida's, like, his leg boosters on, and that's how they fly. That's their sleigh.
But is the boosters is gonna go for house to house to house? Like, are they gonna have enough time and stuff?
I mean, yes, in our world, yes, because like I said, I believe Santa has the power to freeze time. So
Okay, just because I believe Santa's a Planet Buster character doesn't mean he's a Planet Buster character. He can't freeze time, Hotshot. He's just extremely fast.
how do you know that?
Because that's what it says on the Wikipedia page.
In the Wikipedia page that anyone can edit for Santa Claus.
You know what? Screw you.
This is the best podcast ever.
24 podcasts in 1 year. I'm breaking.
You're overdoing it, Jaden. You're realizing I'm winning and I'm the strong one here. You're breaking before me.
I think this is like Midoriya would actually be a good Santa from an emotional perspective, from a good guy perspective, but I do not see Class 1A being able to pull this one together. That's my honest opinion.
Okay. I can see at least those core three, though. I can see Uraraka, Ida, and Midoriya working together. I can see them pulling it off, especially if Deku is using shoot style, like with his actual leg boosters and everything else. I can see them pulling this off.
Shoot style is like if there's no shoot style, there's no Christmas.
Essentially, yes. And that's why I'm picking Midoriya and not All Might.
Right. Actually, I'm gonna spoil this. I'm gonna have to change on the spot. I was gonna pick All Might, but now that you talk about it, like I can't pick All Might now. So yeah. So I have 4 picks right now. So I'm gonna have to figure something out on the fly here.
That's why we always have backups.
I didn't plan on backups.
It's Christmas. You need backups for your backups.
All right. Is it my turn, or is there anything else you want to say, Hotshot?
It is your turn.
Okay. So I am picking. I've heard you mention this character on the podcast before, specifically this character, but I don't know if you've watched the anime. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see if you know what I'm talking about. I'm picking Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom.
Ah, yes. He would be a fabulous Santa.
Have you seen this anime?
Oh yeah, I haven't finished it, unfortunately, but I do love it.
Okay, we should podcast about it in 2019.
I'm down. I just gotta finish it up.
Oh, dope. All right. So what? Okay. Spoiler alert. What point are you at to Hotshot? Because I don't want to spoil like anything.
I think I finished year 1.
Okay, you finished the first season.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, first season free game. Okay, cool. Koro Sensei blew up this the huge chunk of this moon, and he's the teacher in a classroom where all the kids are basically just trying to kill Koro Sensei. Koro Sensei is fast. Koro Sensei is knowledgeable. Koro Sensei has a lot going for him, and he can fly at like Mach 20 speed. He's very fast, and I think his knowledge and everything put together, he can easily he as a teacher, he's proven to have leadership. He really has all the tools you need to be a good Santa. So I'm picking Koro Sensei. I was actually going to pick Koro Sensei first, but I didn't think you were going to have him as a character. So yeah, Koro Sensei, my first pick, would be a great Christmas with him as Santa.
Especially again, so your theory is Santa has super speed. Koro Sensei can fly, I believe, at Mach 10.
I thought it was Mach 20. Actually, we should fact check.
Is it Mach 20?
Yeah,
I know
I'll fact check it.
Okay, I know it's an insane number because every day he goes to like America or some other country for lunch and then makes it back and like whenever he decides to leave, essentially.
Yeah. So, but what are your like? How would you think the Christmas would go down if he was Santa?
I feel like he could actually do it, especially if he was like, okay, let's say he's the reindeer and he's just flying around with like pulling the sleigh. He's using his tentacles as he's flying around to just like drop the presents down into the chimney into the houses. I can completely see that happening.
Okay, dope. And for the speed, he is at least subsonic. Likely higher, should be at least comparable to Kurosama and the God of Death. Or he could also be hypersonic plus because he can travel reaction wave movement speed at Mach 20. Mach 20. I was right.
All right.
So he's definitely he's definitely fast enough though. All joking aside.
Yeah, he is definitely fast enough to do this.
And he has high stamina. He was moving like at Mach 20 for a super long amounts of time. And like when he was teaching them, he was dodging all those bullets and everything. Like it would be a great Christmas with
his reaction time, his actual speed, and everything else, especially again with tentacles, like able to actually stretch out and drop things. He would make a fantastic Santa.
Dare I say? Actually, I will say I think he's the best pick so far.
Plus, I mean, he is jolly as.
He has he checks all the boxes.
He really does. He is anime Santa. The only difference is.
Do you have a better anime Santa, Hotshot, or would you like to quit?
The only difference is this Santa or our Santa doesn't blow up the moon.
Okay, that's a slight difference, I guess.
Or
I guess you could bring that up.
He doesn't blow up the moon, and he doesn't teach a bunch of people how to kill him.
Okay, those are two valid points, but it's still best pick so far.
Is it though? Is it really?
Stop it. Your turn. But seriously though, any final thoughts on Koro Sensei? I've said what I need to say. I really think that Koro Sensei could pull this off and could do it like year after year. I don't think like as a one-time thing it would work. I think he should do it like all the time. He could like definitely like organize it around and everything.
You feel like he should just be our standard Santa now? Like screw the actual Santa, just have Koro Sensei as our Santa?
I mean, I'm not gonna spoil season 2, but I don't think you want Koro Sensei around forever. It's like, I'm just gonna put it that way.
I mean, valid. I mean, I don't really have a way to argue that.
Let's just say the government, okay? That's just all I'm gonna say, okay?
All right.
Government. All right, your turn, Hotshot. Your third pick.
And you are going to hate me.
You're not picking Black Star, are you?
Maybe.
Are you seriously? How? How does that make sense? That actually doesn't make sense. Black Star is not fast, strong enough. Black Star literally needs a weapon. You can't pick two. We're picking one Santa Claus. It's not two Santa Claus. Black Star would be a dumb choice. We were on a high with Koro Sensei, and you're intentionally dragging down the energy of this podcast with your pick, which is Black Star. And if you're not picking Black Star and making me rant right now, screw you as well.
In my defense, I did say maybe I'm picking Black Star.
Okay, you're not picking Black... just go ahead and pick!
I'm picking Naruto from Naruto.
I'm picking Naruto from Naruto. Where else would he be from?
I'm picking Naruto from My Hero Academia.
I'm picking Luffy from Dragon Ball.
That'd be amazing. He summons Dark Magician.
Oh my god, I'm picking Yu-Gi-Oh! From One Piece.
In a Pokeball.
Stop. I'm picking Naruto from Naruto.
We are so triggering everybody. Please leave all of this in. All right. I am legitimately picking Naruto though, and
go ahead.
I am picking at least fourth grade Ninja War Naruto, like at least where he has control over Ninetales. Because because he is essentially faster than the fourth Hokage, who can teleport, like vast differences, even though Naruto actually doesn't need a mark like fourth Hokage does, and the army of clones that he can make alone. Like, drop 5 clones, like, in every town or something, and you're golden.
That is so true. I did not think about that.
Like, him just using his clones. Like, granted, like, and especially with his stamina being as high as it always is, he can make those clones extended for a very large period of time, especially with Ninetales chakra. So, he doesn't really need to be what he lacks for in speed, because he is fast, but he isn't, like, Koro Sensei fast, for example. But what he lacks in speed, he can just surround in numbers, just dropping a whole bunch of clones with an armful of presents to every house, and then just keep going.
I mean, this is really well thought out, honestly. I guess he would get flight from the reindeer power or whatever. Does that make sense? I mean,
yeah, but when he has, like, the power of the 6 stages, he can levitate, I think.
Okay, I'm not sure. I honestly haven't looked at Naruto in a while. But at the same time, I think he has, like, the drive to be Santa. Like, I don't see Naruto being like, oh, man, I can't do this. Like, if Naruto has to, he will do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even if, like, the sun is coming up Christmas Day and he's not done, he will finish it. He's like, I will do this!
Believe it!
Plus, I mean, we've seen time pass in anime. Like, the same day can take about, like, 5 to 6 hours.
Okay,
like,
it doesn't have... necessarily take place in anime. It's just the anime character is Santa.
Okay, but in that case, I can still see Naruto pulling this off, especially with his clones.
No, I agree. I was trying to find a flaw, but I can't.
And with his energy as high and jolly as it always is, except when he hits a really low point. Anyway, he does have, like, the atmosphere of Santa, especially if we're going, like, Naruto at his best. He is just a jolly, cheerful character.
Very cheerful character, and a character that can, with the clones, I think the clones is a great, like, that's actually really smart when you think about it. Like, if with the clones coming in and out of every house, like, you can, like, drop just clones in every country.
You really
make
could,
it happen.
yeah. Just
So,
like,
yeah.
just like dropping 3 clones or so in every city, just like from jumping from house to house to house. And it's just
Literally,
like
that would be it. Yeah.
Yeah, just like that one city, and then they're good, and then the next load of clones goes, and everything else. Yeah, I can really see him pulling this off.
I wish I picked Naruto. Now I think about it.
Hey, you have Kuro Sensei, so I need at least like 3 good picks.
All right. My next pick, is it my turn?
Yep, it is your turn, my friend.
Okay, I'm picking a character also from Naruto. I'm picking a character that maybe can't produce clones. Well, I mean, I guess the character should have the ability to produce clones. I just never seen this character produce clones. And I would take a character that would make this like a challenge and would do whatever this character can to make it happen. I'm picking my guy to be the next Santa Claus.
And I just died a little inside.
How are you dying inside? My guy would be an amazing Santa Claus, okay?
My
First
guy
of all,
would just drop off dumbbells and workout equipment in every house he goes to.
He would just... He totally would. Lee,
no, wait,
let's go.
I'm sorry. He would drop off workout equipment and a green jumpsuit.
Just a green jumpsuit for everyone. Everyone gets a green jumpsuit and a leaf headband for Christmas.
He's like, I asked for a pony. Well, you get a jumpsuit and sweat. Live with it.
I'll come back in 2 months. You better be able to open the first gate by then.
What's a gate?
Figure it out. But he would make.
Guy just comes in and the guy's literally pushing open a gate for his house.
I could totally picture like Guy being there, being told, okay, you have this many presents to deliver, you have this amount of time, you have this amount of houses. I could see Guy being like, okay, this is what I need to do, go! And he would like fly the reindeers because he would have Santa's power, and he would go. Like he would work his hardest to make this happen. And he's a passionate character in anime. It would just be an entertaining Christmas, and I don't feel like he would let us down. I really feel like he can make it happen. Obviously, I wouldn't pick Guy after fighting Madara because that guy can only stand on one leg. I would pick Guy like during the Great Ninja War before fighting Madara. And Guy could also open a bunch of gates to go faster and everything. So he has a lot going for him where physically this would not be the hardest thing for him.
No, I mean honestly, I was just giving you I can see Guy pulling this off. It's just the fact that he's way too jolly.
Well, he checks the jolly box for sure. Like
Santa knows when to chill. Guy does not. Let's just be real.
Santa knows when to chill, but Guy does not.
Guy doesn't. Santa chills. This guy would just be like, "Puh! I don't need no cookies and cream or cookies and milk or like anything like that." Or he would make himself a challenge, like, "If I don't deliver all these presents before Christmas Day, then 1,000,000 push-ups for me." It's just like, dude, just be happy spreading the jolly and cheer around the world. You don't need to exert yourself here.
I mean, that's what happens when you pick my guy from the My Guy anime.
And that's why I'm dead inside.
But yeah, so my guy, my pick, I think this would be a awesome, physically demanding Christmas. And he would do it as training as well, honestly.
No, I know, especially like if he pulled Lee and like, Lee, you get the left side, I'll get the right side of the world. And it's just like, He's
got Neji as a reindeer in the front. Use your Byakugan at all times, Neji.
At that time, and just has Tenten like throwing ninja stars, like throwing the presents like ninja tools just down chimneys.
This would be a perfect setup, yo.
And then Tenten just comes across houses that don't have chimneys and just throws them in the window.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. That actually would be such an amazing Christmas.
Just team Guy as Santa, just in general.
Oh man, yeah, that's an even better pick. But I am picking Guy as my one and only pick. Any final thoughts on Guy? If not, your turn, Hotshot.
Other than the fact that I've repeated I'm dead inside many, many times. All right. So my next pick.
Yeah.
I feel like you actually will hate me on this one.
Oh man, just go ahead. Just pull the trigger.
Just pull the trigger. Now I just kind of want to stall.
I mean, you can stall as much as you want because I still haven't figured out my fifth one.
All right, but no, I am picking Akko from Little Witch Academia.
I don't know this character. How is this triggering me?
Because I'm just stalling and messing with you.
Oh, that was supposed to trigger me. No, you failed.
Aw, that sucks. But I am picking Akko, and I know you don't know. I know you don't know her, but take this for what you will. She comes from an anime that I started on a whim, and I finished in 2 days.
Okay, but what makes her a good Santa? That's the real question, Hotshot.
Her drive. That's it.
That's it? Like, that's actually all you got? Like, I literally opened the floor for you to make an epic intro, so you're just like, drive. That's about it. That's where it ends. Starts drive, ends at drive. Like, come on, man.
Her drive is really what makes her the good Santa, though, because when she sets her mind to something, she finishes it and does it to the best of her ability. She is still struggling to learn, like, magic abilities and stuff like that. She just now learned how to fly on a broom, which that was actually, like, the exit of the series. She was actually flying a broom for the first time. Like, well. But at the same time, she has this drive, she has this passion, even, like, okay, so if she can't fly, if she can't go supersonic, if she can't, like, do all these other things, she will still find a way to do this, and she will get help in doing so. Especially if we give her Santa's outfit. Yeah, I'm leaning way too much to the left here. If we give her Santa's powers, she will do this, and she will do it with a very tunnel vision view.
I mean, is tunnel vision really what you want out of your Santa Claus? And that's a legitimate question.
When I say tunnel vision, I mean, like, her goal is to be Santa, and she will make it happen no matter what.
But does she understand what being Santa represents, Hotshot? This is Christmas we're talking about.
Akko, honestly, out of everybody in Little Witch, Akko is probably the one who understands Santa the most.
And why is that?
Because she is just hyper, she is energetic, she is happy, she is jolly, she does everything to the best of her ability, and she does her best to spread cheer to others, even though 9 times out of 10, it's her fault that they're kind of feeling down.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say this one actually the more you explain it, the more it makes sense to me.
Okay.
But I wish I just knew more about this character. I just, like, from what you've described to me, I would say most likely Christmas would happen with Akko as the head of as Santa.
As Santa, yeah.
But what's Akko's leadership like? Because that's another thing. Like, and now that I look back upon it, I feel like my character is like Boo doesn't have any leadership. Like, you need a lot of leadership to be Santa. You know what I mean?
You
does
really
Akko
do. Though.
Does Akko have the leadership to be Santa Claus?
She tries to be the leader, but then every now and again, a different friend of hers will actually step in and lead everything well. So if we include her friend in here, then she will make a very good Santa. Okay, so I cannot stress this enough. It does suck that you don't know the anime or this character, but her characteristic and her personality alone is the very heavy reason why I'm picking her to be Santa.
Okay, so that's like it starts at drives and ends at drive, and then there's a bit more.
Yeah.
I knew there was always more.
There's always more. Always. I mean, look at the podcast. We think we're done, and then we make another one. There's always just going to be more of it.
Yes. Yes, there will. Yes, there will. I wish I had more to add, but honestly, that's all I have on Akko. So unless you have anything else to add, I do have a final pick. I actually have 2. I don't know which one to choose.
Wait, are we on our final, or are we just on 4?
I'm on my final. This is your 4th.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're on your final, and then I have one more.
Yeah.
All right, go.
All right. I have a character. I don't know which one to pick here, Hotshot. I kind of want you to deliberate with me. Okay. I have one character from Yu Yu Hakusho, who has the power of flight.
Okay.
Or I have One Punch Man, Saitama.
Well, I mean, since you already said what this character's name is,
I'm picking Saitama from One Punch Man to be Santa Claus. Now, Saitama has proven to have physical abilities beyond this world with his punching, obviously. And he wants to become the number one hero. He wants to become the top-ranked hero. And I think that becoming Santa Claus and delivering a gift to every single little kid out there would increase his hero rank. So, for those reasons, I am picking Saitama. I think Saitama also has this thing to him where it always works out when he's in the anime. Like, he's never, like, actually had a struggle or a challenge. So, if I feel like you present the whole delivering all these presents, being able to demonstrate leadership, which he kind of does by training Zenos. Zenos is like, show me how to do this, show me how to do that, blah, 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 blah. And Saitama always kind of has the right advice at the right time, even though Saitama literally doesn't know what he's saying, because Zenos is like, explain this to me. And Saitama's like, you must do this, blah, blah, blah. And Zenos is like, that makes total sense. And Saitama's walking away like, I can't believe he bought that. I had no idea what I was saying back there. So I really, really do feel like there is qualities that he's a diamond in the rust to be picked as Santa Claus. So yeah, I'm picking Saitama from One Punch Man. Hotshot, what are your thoughts?
I mean, Saitama is probably the fastest character that we have on this list, except for Kuro Sensei, frankly. But
that's
like he would view it as a challenge, but I still feel like he would get bored really quickly.
You think? Why would he get bored so quickly? Because it's so repetitive?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I mean, I know he'd view it as a challenge, but he would honestly, I feel like, view it as more of just like a light training exercise. He would just be like dropping presents off and like, okay, done, 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 done.
You know what? I think that's actually kind of true. The more I think about it, but at least it's not like fighting a villain, so it's a bit different. So you know what? At least he would have something to do.
And he has no jolly white beard.
And here's the thing, too. Now that you think about it, well, I feel like we would give the suit to the anime characters. Hotshot.
Wait, what?
Like, we would give them the Santa suit, right?
The Santa,
like if I'm picking Boo.
Oh god, now I'm just picturing Saitama in like a mall Santa outfit.
Oh my god. The thing is too, now I think about it, if let's say a villain attacked like Tokyo while he was delivering Paradise,
right?
Saitama could easily one punch like Godzilla or whatever.
I mean, he really could. He really could though.
So there's that little component to it too, where he could defend as well as attack. He attack and defend the Christmas presents. So I'm picking Saitama. Yeah, that's all I got on this pick.
All right, and frankly, like, I just started watching One Punch Man not too long ago.
You 1 second. Did I just hear what you just said?
No.
You started watching One Punch Man.
Yes.
How many episodes are you in? I'm gonna say one.
No, I'm more than one. I'm more than one. I just saw the episode where they introduce Hellish Blizzard.
Okay,
but
that's not too bad.
But I haven't seen her fight yet. I've seen her on screen, but I haven't seen her fight.
Okay, it's only 12 episodes, and plus season 2 is coming out in April apparently.
Yeah, I know. I heard that one. I heard about.
That I'm gonna watch for sure for shizzle.
All right, so is that all you got on Saitama then?
Yes, but you should watch more episodes.
No, I know. I will.
No, but you gotta watch more episodes though.
I will.
Yeah, but just watch more episodes after.
Okay,
that.
fine.
Okay, but you just watch one more episode.
After I watch Black Star.
Your turn. Okay, I just want to put this out there. This is the final pick of 2018. You need to pick something really, really, really good here. Okay?
I'm picking Luna from Sailor Moon.
I don't believe you. Like, I don't believe you. I actually don't believe you. Like, I'm just gonna. Those last few seconds never happened. So, what is your final pick, Hotshot? Go ahead.
My final pick, legitimately, is Ruby Rose from Ruby.
You know what? I highly respect that because I know how much you appreciate that character. Go ahead. Why Ruby Rose?
And I will just throw this out there. Even though it is classified as an anime, we have not done anything with Ruby on this podcast yet. So it's kind of fitting her first appearance is for the final of 2018.
I thought you talked about Ruby on the Death Battle podcast. You put her against
Oh, did I?
I think you did.
Well, I could be wrong. Now she's a hero in this one, so yes.
Go ahead.
So I'm picking Ruby Rose because A, I love Ruby, and B, because she actually is one of those other characters that is super, super quick. That is her actual special ability, is super speed. And She is happy. She is jolly. She is the embodiment of Christmas in her universe. And that's just her without saying. Just in general, she is Santa. She is innocent. She is happy. She is jolly. She is cheerful. And all she wants to do is help others. And by spreading Christmas cheer, I really think that's the best way that she can.
I actually kind of really respect that. But
plus,
yeah, sorry,
she does love cookies. So she's already one part in the cliche in here.
Oh my god, she loves cookies. I actually did not put that in as a factor when I was picking my characters. Now that I think about it, maybe like Ryuk with apples, but honestly, like I feel like a very like boring family leaves apples as snacks.
No, it's like cookies to her are ramen to Naruto. She will not stop when cookies are in front of her.
Okay, well that's not a good thing though, because if there's like too many cookies, she'll never be able to deliver all the presents.
No, I mean she'll take the cookies with her. Like as long as she has the cookies with her, she's good.
Okay. So she won't be like cookies, nom 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 nom.
And then just look over and just see like present. Okay, you can stop momming. Yes, she loves cookies.
Okay, good, cool. But seriously, I do think it could be a bit of a distraction if she really does like take the time to just take them and just leave. That's good, but I don't. Is that really going to happen every single time? That's
not really going to happen. No, she has childlike wonder to her, especially when it does come to stuff like that. But she always snaps herself out into like what's actually important of what she's doing. So she will eat the cookies, but they won't be a heavy burden on her.
Okay, well, fair enough in that case. I think that this what I want to try to depict is she does become Santa. Out of every 10, there's 10 Christmas, 1 decade. Every Christmas, how many Christmas out of 10 is she like successful, and how many Christmas out of 10 is she unsuccessful?
I would say 7 out of 10 she'd be successful.
7 out of 10 is not bad.
Like 7 out of 10, she really could pull it off, especially if we do give her Santa's powers. But the other times, it's just because when she does get worn out, she does get worn out. So that's why I'm giving her
What's her stamina like? What's her stamina like?
Her stamina is pretty heavy, but after like a really, really heavy fight that takes like several episodes, or like just a long fight that takes a long time, her stamina does come down, and her leadership is actually what kind of comes into play here, because her leadership is why she's the leader of her team.
Okay, so I mean, she checks a lot of boxes here.
Yeah, she really does.
I feel
like she does miss a couple. Like she's not fast enough, I'd say, to get to like every single country, like every single time. That's why I'm giving her wiggle room here. But I really feel like that if it was Ruby with her team, she really could pull this off.
I mean, I guess if you include the team, but like if you include like the Z fighters, like you know, like that's not like really fair.
No, I know, but I mean, say Majin Buu usually fights alone anyway. Toru usually does her stuff alone anyway. That's why with Midoriya, I kind of try to include Class 1A because he's usually with them. Like I'm including.
Are you doing that
like,
thing where like
here.
I'm like pick one of them and you're like I pick all of them? Are you doing that again? Is this like the mini version of you picking all of them?
Yes.
Damn you, Jinja!
I still win though.
All right. That's all I have on Ruby. So unless you have final thoughts, we can get into honorable mentions and start wrapping up the final podcast of 2018.
No, that's all I got for Ruby Rose myself.
All right. So do you have an honorable mention? Because I do.
All right, go ahead with your honorable.
My honorable mention would be Jin from Yu Yu Hakusho, which is an air demon who can fly and has he's essentially the leader of his team in the Dark Tournament, and he has got a really positive, upbeat attitude. He like when he was fighting Yusuke, you really saw that he enjoyed himself. So I wouldn't say he's like full out jolly, but he's definitely like a charming character who's happy to be where he is and happy to complete the task that he can do. Plus, his ability with flight really puts him as a good pick, and he has leadership, as well as finally the fact that he has very high speed. So I think he could definitely be able to pull this off. He's like an S-class demon at the end of Yu Yu Hakusho, which is like the highest ranked demon you can possibly be. So yeah, Jin from Yu Yu Hakusho. What about you, Hotshot?
I'm trying to think of an honorable mention.
I thought you cut off the call, bro. Also, another thing about Jin, I think that you're gonna enjoy Hotshot. He's also a redhead.
Ooh, I like redheads.
So yeah, Jin.
Actually, I do have one honorable mention, and this one I do need the full team because they are a team.
Are you picking the Ginyu Force?
Fuck no! No!
Why not? That actually would be kind of cool.
That-
Galdo can literally freeze time.
That would be terrifying, though.
Duh, we were sleeping on Galdo. We could have picked Galdo this whole time. He could have frozen time, and then he could have just delivered all the presents.
Yeah, no one likes Goldo.
I can just picture Galdo getting a biscuit thrown in his head. Go ahead. So who's your honorable?
My
mention?
honorable mention are the Straw Hat Pirates from One Piece.
Pirates.
Yes.
Pirates.
Yes.
You're just explain it.
I'm doing this one because yes, they are pirates. But
I want to piss off GaianMusic. That's why you are. That's why you're doing it.
Yeah, honestly, that is the reason. No, I'm picking it because the captain Luffy does actually do what's right in a majority of it. Like, yeah, they're pirates, but they go around and actually help like townsfolk from the Marines and everything else. They're essentially more like vigilantes than they are actual pirates. But
honestly, I don't know how many episodes One Piece is at. I think it's like 800, and they still haven't finished like their quest. Do you really think in one night they're gonna be able to finish their quest? If it's been like almost 1,000 episodes and they're not done their quest, Hotshot. Like, you're picking the slowest pirates possible. Think about that. Like, the fate of all the children leans on this team, and you're picking pirates who can't finish their series.
Hey, they're on my honor.
No, hey. Honorable mention. How is that honorable?
Hey, they're honorable mention, not like on my actual core list, so they're given way more wiggle room.
But if you're thinking of putting them on the list, you're putting them as an honorable mention. Meaning you were thinking about putting them on the list, which makes no sense at all.
They are on 862 episodes, by the way.
I know!
I just fact-checked that.
I'm just saying, bro. It makes no sense.
Hey, I said from the beginning of this podcast, it makes no sense.
You know what? That's a very fair point.
So I'm only picking them, A, because it makes no sense, and B, because I can actually see Luffy actually having the characteristics of Santa and trying his damnedest to actually pull this off, and especially if it's to help
I
the
see
Christmas
Luffy
spirit.
be able to do it, so I'm going to pick his whole team. I'm not going to pick Luffy. I'm going to pick Luffy's entire team, while pissing off GaianMusic in the process. Why?
Hey, I'm picking his entire team because he needs his entire team to do this.
He does not.
He does.
He has reindeers. He has reindeers.
Yeah, his team.
You know what? I will only greenlight this if you allow the entire squad of pirates to be transformed into reindeers.
Right.
They can maintain the personality, but they're all reindeers.
Okay, one of them's already a reindeer.
That's true. That's great. Okay. Were all of your picks, Hotshot? Go ahead.
My picks were Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Izuku Midoriya from Hero Academia,
Naruto from
Naruto, as we spent like 3 solid minutes laughing at. Akko from Little Witch Academia, and Ruby Rose from Ruby.
And my picks were Majin Buu from Majin Buu. Okay. Majin Buu from Dragon Ball, Ryuk from Death Note, Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom, and then I also had my guy, and finally I had Saitama. My guy from Naruto, Saitama from One Punch Man. Honorable mention of the one I honorably mentioned, which I already forgot about because it wasn't that big of a thing. Jin from Yu Yu Hakusho.
And my honorable mention being the Straw Hat Pirates from One Piece.
The Straw Hat Reindeers and Luffy from One Piece.
Yes, of course.
Yes. All right, guys, thank you all so much for this amazing year of anime podcasting. Hotshot, thank you so much for becoming a host and doing this podcast with me. I seriously love doing this show with you. It's so much fun. It is the best. It's the best. I just really enjoy it, and I just thank you so much for being a part of this podcast this year with me. It's been a blast.
Thank you for having me on this podcast. It's been slightly less of a blast. I'm kidding.
It's still a blast.
I'm kidding. So
you're I love the little shots you fire. The hot shots fired. All right. So, Hotshot, what would you like to plug? Go ahead.
I would like to plug GaianMusic into an amp and just play it.
What links would you like to plug to your social media?
I am aware.
Like to plug?
You guys can find me on Twitter at CautionGinger, and you can also find me on my channel, Hotshot Ginger, over here on YouTube. And that's really all the places you can find me anymore, as well as Jaden's Basement, and which he's promised he would let me go the first of the year, only to drag me back at the second of the year.
The second of the year on Christmas Day. What? All right. And also, I would like to make a special announcement. Hotshot and I are working on an original project. That's all I'm gonna say. It's in the works. It's gonna be hilarious, and it's gonna be so much fun. And we're currently working on it, and I'm just excited for this project. And also, guys. All of the artwork for Anime Podcasters is provided by GoProkyo. He's been doing all this artwork all year round, all the time. He is a beast. He is amazing at all of these drawings that he makes. So please go follow him on Twitter at GoProkyo. Go hit him up in the DMs for some freelance contracts. He's there. He's available for hire. He's really good at what he does, and he's got super affordable rates. So go check out GoProkyo. And finally, you can follow me on Twitter at JaianMusic. Make sure to subscribe to Anime Podcasters on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, everywhere. And if you want to hire me for musical and audio projects, JaianMusic.com is the place to be. So that's going to be everything. Thank you guys all so much for an amazing year. Let's hit 3,000 plays by January 1st. Go listen to the podcast on iTunes and Spotify. Thank you all once again. I really don't think I'm missing anything else, but that's about it. Hotshot, any final thoughts on the podcast this year? If not, we'll close it out.
I have one final thought on everything.
Go ahead.
Merry Christmas, you magnificent bastards.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the JaianMusic channel, podcasting, series thing. Anime Podcasters, we'll call it that. Well, we should call it Anime Podcasters.
Nah, that sounds dumb.
Okay, yeah, you're right. All right, bye, guys.
Later.